All right, so I just scheduled the whole side. There was too many events there. I'm moving the girls 14s draws out. So when I do that, I'm going back to my order. I have 5 draws here. It's boys 12s A, boys 12s B, girls 16s, boys 14s A, and boys 14s B. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start then with boys 12s A second round. So I'm just switching to my tournament page here. Okay. So boys 12s A second round. So I just finished boys 14s B first round here. And you can see I have 2 matches scheduled at 10. And according to my Garmin, I need 4. So I have 2 more matches I can schedule at 10. So I'm going to go to boys 12s A. And I should have, these should be scheduled right. Oh wait, no, they're not because the girls 14s got moved out. So I'll go ahead and schedule those round of 16s again. I'll start at the top. I just have 2 I need to schedule for 10. My next time slot is 10:20. I have 3. And I'll schedule that one for 10:20. This one and this one because I want the players that got buys to lose earlier. All right. 10:20, 10:20, 10:20, and then 3 at 10:40. It's going to be those middle matches perfectly. All right, and it's going to be Anand, 2, 3, 10:40. So let's see if that checks out. Nice, 1, 2, 3. All right, 3 at 10:40. My next time slot is 11, 3 at 11. So then I'm going to boys 12s A early first round consolation. So that's this draw in their early consolation. So these kids that lose right here in the first round. So you have 3 losers. So you're only going to have 1 match in the consolation. Just confirming the times. I had 3 at 10:40. So this one's going to be at 11. So let's see if that works. It says this, but you're really not. You're scheduling appropriately, so you're good. And I've already put the buys in here, but I am going to just get rid of these for now so that I can see that the times are all open. Just helps me visualize it. Okay. So this is the third kid that lost in that first round is going to be sitting here waiting for another player to lose so that they'll have a match. They're going to be a late consolation match. So because I only scheduled one 11 a.m. match, I have 2 more to schedule. I then move on to my next draw, B12B, boys 12s B. I have 2 more at 11 I can schedule. You see we're already moving this up. I like it. Okay, after 11, I have 11:20. This match is 11:20, and then 11:20, 11:20. Again, kids with buys, I want them to play first so that they can get fed into the consolation. These kids no longer can get fed into the consolation because they've played match. So that's 11:20. My next time frame is 11:40. I have 4 matches there. So let's see. Okay. Let's see, Zoo and Reed. All right, so 1, 2, 3 at 11:20. I have 1, 2, 3 at 11:40. And 2 at 11, perfect. So I have 1 more at 11:40 I can schedule. After I do boys 12s B main draw second round, I'm doing the A draw, or sorry, this consolation, early consolation. So we have 3 losers. There's gonna be one match. Scheduled at 11:40. Yep, we have a fourth match there. So go to the B. Schedule this top match for 11:40. And that's the early cons. So then I move on to my girls 16s. I'm going to schedule those main draw second rounds, and I've scheduled my 11:40, so I am on 12 o'clock. So girls 16s. I have 3 at 12. All right, 1, 2, 3. After that, I have 12:20, 3 at 12:20. 1, 2, 3. After that, I have 3 at 12:40. Yep, looks good. Just those middle matches there. There's just 2 there. This is at 12:40. And I have a third match I can schedule at 12:40 according to Garmin, so that's what I'll do for my early consolation. Just like to double check. All right. Girls 16's cons. This is going to be for 12:40. Okay, and then after 12:40, I have 3 at 1. So I gotta count how many first early losers I have. So the early losers are playing at 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna have 3 matches of early losers. So 12:40, and then I'm gonna have a 1 o'clock. And be sure you follow the feed-in order here. This is very important. It goes here and then here. These will be scheduled at 1. Those are my early ones. I have one more 1 o'clock match, so I'm moving on to boys 14's A. Boys 14's A. I have one more 1 o'clock. It's going to go right here at the top. Okay, and then after 1, I have 4 for 120. Nice. One 120. And then I have 3 for 140. 140. I think that's right, yeah. 140. Beautiful. Okay. 3 for 140. So then I need to do my early consolation. I have 3 2 o'clock matches. My early consolation has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers. So I have 3 matches I need to schedule. And that's for 2. All of them will be at 2. And then something you always want to make sure is that they don't lose in time, that they lose in time so that they can make their next match. 8:40 is plenty of time to lose for 2 p.m. It's a 75-minute match time plus an hour rest. So really all you need is 2 hours and 15 minutes. So this match could be scheduled as early as 11, but this site's pretty crowded, so it's going to be at 2. So let's go to the consolation. The boys 14's A. And we're going to schedule the first 3 feed-in matches for 2. There we go. Then I move on to boys 14's B. And I have 3 matches at 220. One, two, three at 220. I have 3 at 240. One, two, three, 240. And then I have 4 at 3. Four at 3. Good. So I only scheduled 2 3 o'clock matches so far. I have 2 more. So again, I go to the consolation of this, the early consolation. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losers. So I have 3 matches to schedule, 2 of which will be at 3. So let's go check out the B draw, or the consolation. I'm going to schedule the top and bottom matches for 3. Then the next feed-in slot is right here. This is going to be at 320. Okay, so that's my B. At this time, I'm just going to go through and make sure all my constellations have the correct number of buys for my late constellation. But I've done all the second rounds, and I've done all the early first round consolation as seen in the scheduling doc. So I'm just going to count my losers and make sure my draws all look correct. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 possible first round losers here in boys 12's consolation, so I'll need 6 buys. So the buys, I'm looking at my feed-in sheet. The last 2 spots people feed in are right here. Lines 3 and 4, so that'll be a buy. The 13th and 14th losers would feed in here, but you don't have these in this draw. You only have 10 losers, so we're going to put buys here. And then the 11th and 12th losers feed in right here, but you don't have those. You only have a max of 10 losers, so you only need 10 spots in the constellation. Good, so now we have that draw set. I think I already had the boys A set. Yep. Next draw is girls 16s. So let's see how many losers we have here. 1, 2, 3, because Nicole could lose that first round. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 total losers. So I'm only going to have 4 buys. So I'll put a buy here where the last 2 players would feed in, the 15th and 16th losers. But again, we only have 12 losers, so nobody can possibly fill in there. And then nobody can fill in here either, because this would be where the 13th and 14th players would fill in. But again, we only have 12 losers. There we go. Girls 16s is good, so let's go to boys 14s. Again, I'll count them. Here I have 1. Eric could lose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 losers. So let's put in the buys. And again, we had 13 losers, so I'm only going to put in 3 buys here. So someone could lose and get into this 13th spot. They'll have a bye and they'll play here, most likely Sunday morning. Quarterfinals of consolation. So that's boys 14's A. Let's go check out B. All right. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 losers here. So let's put those cons in. Yeah, I'm just right-clicking on the line here. Sometimes if you click over here, it's just going to give you that info. You got to kind of click on this side of the line. Perfect. So I got all my buys in on all these draws where they need to be. I just finished boys 14's B. Looks like I scheduled. Let's see how many. I want to find out where the last matches I scheduled were. So I had 220s, I had 240s, looks like a couple 3 o'clocks here. Okay, and then 320. So I have one 320 match scheduled, so I have 2 more 320 matches I can schedule. Yep, that checks out. So 2 more 320s, I go to boys 12's A. So this is back to my first draw now. I'm going back to the feed-in order on 8-3 here. So I go to draw A quarters. So draw A quarters. And again, I'm doing this because we're going to play our second round of consolation on Sunday. If we were playing it Saturday, I'd prioritize my late consolation. So I would go back to the cons and schedule that first round cons for these players that lose that got buys. Instead, I'm going to go to the quarters first and then do the late first round consolation. So I'm doing the quarters. Let's go back to boys 14's B. I think I just finished on 1 320 match. I did, yes. Okay, good. Boys 12's A. So I have 2 more 320 matches according to Garmin here. You can see 3 at 320. So going to my quarters, boys 12's A. I'm going to schedule 2 quarterfinal matches for 320. My next time slot is going to be 340. I have 3 matches, so I'll schedule the bottom quarters. All right, and then I have 1 more 340 match left. That's going to go to boys 12's B because I'll go to that quarterfinals next. Ah, dang. And this always happens. I like to write it down what I last scheduled, but I forgot what I scheduled. All right, 2 340, so I'm on 1 340 now. Yes, I have 1 more 340 match. At 4, I have 3 matches, so I'll schedule these remainder ones of quarterfinals. Very nice, 4. All right, so then I'm moving on to my next draw, girls 16's quarters. Girls 16's quarters. At 420, I have 3 matches. And I'll schedule the bottom one for 440. Whoops, it's gonna change on me. 440, this bottom one. Okay, and yes, this is enough time for them in between matches. It's just something I always like to check, but it is. You know, you need 2 hours and 15 minutes for challengers, 75-minute match time plus 60-minute rest, so that's plenty of time. So I have 1 at 440. It calls for 4 matches at 440, so I have 3 more matches to schedule. I'm in girls 16, so I'm going to boys 14's A as my next draw. And I have 3 more matches to schedule at 440, so I'll go ahead and do that. 440, 1, 2, 3, schedule. And then I'll schedule this bottom one for 5. All right. That's boys 14's A. At 5, I have 2 more matches I can schedule. So I go to boys 14's B. That's my next one in line. So I'm going to schedule my quarters for 5. 1, 2. And then at 520, I have 3 matches as well, so I'll schedule the next 2 quarters for 520. Okay, and again, just checking these times. They all look good. Got enough time gaps there. So I have two 520s. Perfect. And so once I've finished those quarterfinals, I move on to the late first round consolation. Late first round consolation. So I have two 520s. I have one more 520 I can schedule. I'm going back to boys 12A. So I have one more 520 match. I then have to count my late losers. So these will all schedule in order. It looks like I had 3 early losers, so I should only have 1 match there. So I'm gonna have to schedule. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 total losers, so I have 4 more matches to schedule. Again, I forgot which one I scheduled last, so let me go back to boys 14B. I think it was 520. It was. I have 1 more match at 520 to schedule. So we'll go back to the cons. We're going to put this match in at 520. Okay, 520. My next time slot is 3 at 540. So the rest of these will be late consolation matches at 540. Because I put the buys in there, you'll notice the match ID here. It skips the lines that have buys, so that's kind of nice. 540. All right. 6 o'clock is my next time. So after I've done the boys 12A consolation, I go to boys 12B. Remember, I put all the buys in there already. And I have 6 matches to schedule. And you like to do them in order, they feed in. So, I mean, that's what you have to do. So make sure you do that, or you do that. And then here. And I forgot what time I scheduled the last ones. Let's go check. Looks like I scheduled 3 for 540, so I'm on to 6. And at 6, I have 3 matches. 1, 2, 3. And I have 1 more at 620. There we go. So at 620, I can have 4 total matches. I have 3 more to schedule. So I moved on to girls 16s. And that's at 620. All right, girls 16s. All right, let's go check it out. 3 matches left to schedule at girls 16s. You can see what's already been scheduled. So the next feed-in spot is the match ID 3 here, lines 5 and 6. And this is for 620. And then match line 4. And then match line 5. These will all be for 620. There you go. Something you'll notice is if you have situations, like in this draw, you have 2 situations where the seed right here could win, and it will create another bye in the consolation because you will no longer have a loser here. The same is here with Nicole Tedeschi. Both those seeds could win. It could eliminate a match in your backdraw. So if you wanted to, I could overschedule one of the 620 time slots. So I have 3 at 620 already scheduled. It asked for 4. And so really I could probably schedule 5 in this time slot because there is a chance one of these matches won't happen because if both of the players do not lose, line 10 here will be a bye and this player will just advance to the next round. So it eliminates a match. So essentially where you have a player that has advanced to the second round and they're playing a match that has to play in the round prior and they're waiting on the winner, if that player wins, they're not going to have a consolation match. So you can overschedule if you have that by 1 or 2 matches depending on how many times that occurs in that same draw. So I'm going to schedule an additional 620 match, even though it calls for 4. I'm going to schedule 5. So since I've done 3 here in girls 16s, I'm going to schedule 2 more at 620 into my next draw, which is boys 14s A. All right. So I got 2 more at 620. I look at the feed-in order. Right, line 7 and 8, so right there. Match ID 4, that's where they go next. This is for 620. Schedule. Good. I still have 1 more line to fill in. Let's go see if I can over schedule again at 620. So I have 1 scenario where a seed has gotten a bye. I have another scenario, so I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to schedule. I'm going to be aggressive here, see if I can get, I don't want to be waiting on kids. I want them to be getting on the court, getting off. So I'm going to schedule this last match here for 620. Beautiful. Okay, and then the last player that would lose would go in there and get a bye. It might be a little overscheduled, but that's okay. You might have some seeds win there, and that's okay. So boys 14s A, my next one is boys 14s B for 640. I have 3 matches there. So I'll schedule all these for 640. And there's my Saturday scheduling. Something to be aware of is always make sure these late consolation matches, 640, that your players that got buys have time to lose. So I have some players playing at 220, 240, that's fine. I have a player playing here at 240, that's okay because they'll be able to lose. And get into those late consolation matches at 640. Again, you only need a gap of 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's a 4-hour gap, that's completely fine. So this side is scheduled. The Sunday times might be a little off. I'm going to go back and do Sundays, but that's how you schedule a site using First Off Consolation.